A quick reaction to Real Madrid versus Rayo post-match analysis.
So the play stopped because of an injury. There's a drop ball, but only Toni Kroos contests it, and then Real Madrid carry on, which isn't the most sporting thing we've ever seen.
No, it's not. Payazon gets a flailing arm from Nacho. He stays down in Real Madrid's defense. This is exactly where they want the ball back, pretty much the same shape around the teams, given that they were defending a set piece, but nobody was really expecting that. And then Karim Benzema just made the most of the opportunity.
So for Real Madrid's first goal, Kroos played the ball really fast. But the main ingredient for this creation was Fede's pass. Look at how beautiful pass was to Benzema. And at the end, Benzema had a good dribbling against goalie and he scored the goal. I would say that's a great pass and the timing was just on time.
The visitors would get that equaliser with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, and question marks around Thibaut Courtois here. Unsighted as this ball is struck. I think it's Rudiger who's right in his line of vision.
Save this shot.
So the goal Real Madrid conceded, look at it. First of all, there's two persons I think was responsible. First of all, Tchouaméni. Why he's not closing down the space? Because there is no other player on the pitch that you should cover for. The only player you should be covering in that place was Raul de Thomas. So that's a mistake from Tchouaméni at the first place. Second mistake was Courtois. Again, if this goalie would be someone else, I would not probably blame. However, given we know how great Courtois is in goalie, this should be a save from him.
Lovely individual effort from Rodrigo would see Real Madrid restore their lead.
Right, they give the ball away in midfield rather cheaply, and then Real Madrid just with some very clinical passing finds Rodrigo. Nice ball.
For our winning goal, what a beautiful finish from Rodrigo. That placing was just perfect.
Real Madrid 2, Rayo Vallecano 1 then is how it finishes. Let's just confirm how that affects the table. Real Madrid back to the top, or back to second, above Atletico Madrid. 2 clear then of their city rivals. Barcelona, of course, arch.
So right now, we are 2 points above Atletico. However, don't forget, they have one match to go against Espanyol, which should be easy walk for them, in my opinion. One thing that I don't want, finishing our league below Atletico.
Alex, let's talk about the tributes that we saw ahead of kickoff and during the game to Vinicius Jr. first. It was quite the collective sight.
It was. It felt quite significant, I think, and the fact that Vinicius was here, the fact that he was able to see the reaction and feel the support of the club and the fans and the players and the coaching staff all together. I think it was another small step in what we've seen over the last few days, which is finally action being taken on this issue of racist abuse, and finally some pretty drastic measures being taken in response. And this felt like another part of that process, a small part, of course, but I think it was important. The fact that Vinicius Jr., as I say, was here, the fact that he could receive the support of his teammates and the fans, and sitting there in the director's box alongside Florentino Perez during the game as well.
In my opinion, this is a small victory for Vinicius Jr. because not only they have given some punishment, even though the punishment is not enough in my opinion, however, is the first step. And also, don't forget, the red card of Vinicius is also discarded, so which is also amazing.
It's interesting. I imagine if you spoke to all of them, they would give you the same opinion on the opening goal, Alex, in that Real Madrid should have given the ball back.
But yes, if they didn't see it live, certainly when they get home and watch the highlights and watch a replay, I'm not sure if they'll be too happy. I mean, these things happen sometimes, whether it's a bit of a communication breakdown in the moment, the players didn't quite know what was going on, and Madrid were able to capitalise a really good finish, I thought, from Benzema.
So for that controversy, I would say this is not illegal. It might be unprofessional, you can say. However, it's not illegal goal. The goal is legal.
Naughty, Shaq.
A little bit. Listen, when you have an uncontested drop ball, as you did, ordinarily you go back. In this instance, I don't think it was necessary to go all the way back to Courtois, but go back a little bit and build from there. In Real's half defense, I guess I'll have to call it, is when the Vallecano player goes down, that's exactly where Real were in very comfortable position with all the Rayo players goal side of the ball because, again, they were defending their own set piece. So Real Madrid probably saw that, or Toni Kroos specifically, saw that and thought, well, this is fair. This is exactly how it stopped, and let's just pick right back up where we left off. It's just not how those situations are normally managed. You would normally go at least back into your own half and build out and start again.
So today we're not going to discuss players' performance individually because we have not much left in La Liga. The only thing we are playing in La Liga is to finish above Atletico. That's the only motivation we have. Performance-wise, I would say it was open-ended game. Like both teams played open. There was no like park the bus. Rayo played really open game, which is expected. They're one of those teams who likes to play high press football and try to attack, which made Real Madrid possible to do counter-attack, but their counter-attack, the transition wasn't fast enough. As a result, they could not score many goals. Some players like Benzema and Modric looked lacking sharpness, which is also kind of expected given they have played so many games so far. On the other hand, Rayo had a lot of long shots. They didn't have any clear-cut chance from inside the box, but outside of the box, they had a lot of long-distance shots. Most of them were benign, like Courtois did not have to save them at all. They were just going to straight to the Courtois. One thing I liked today is that Kama played as a CDM, not as a left back. I think Kamavinga's best position is CDM. That's the best we have seen from him. Because when he plays that deep, he can make those long passes that we see sometimes from him. For example, today he almost replicated that pass against Man City last year to Benzema. Anyway, let me know what you think about our performance today in the comment section below.